With the NFL season right around the corner, I thought it would be a good time to go week by week and go through the entire New York Giants schedule for the 2024 NFL season. And I'm going to tell you which games I think they're going to win, which games I think they're going to lose, and their final record for this upcoming season. But if you want the Giants to make the playoffs, I need you to do your part. Go down right now and hit that thumbs up icon. Let's get the good vibes rolling. Let's get the good juju rolling. If you want the Giants to get back to the playoffs this year, hit that thumbs up icon right now. You're watching Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. Appreciate everybody for stopping by as we go through all 18 weeks of the New York Giants schedule, and I'm going to predict which games they win and which games they lose. And we're going to start with the Vikings traveling to East Rutherford, New Jersey, as the Giants are 1-point underdogs, and the total over-under in that game is 41.5. If you're new to the channel, make sure you are subscribed and have your notifications turned on, because we are going to be live an hour before kickoff on the channel Sunday, and then we're going to be live for the entire stream, the entire game. So if you're looking for a way to watch the Giants, join us next Sunday, Week 1, Giants-Vikings. Speaking of Giants-Vikings, I got the Giants going 1-0. I've got the Giants beating the Minnesota Vikings. I do. Is it going to be easy? No. Is it going to be hard? Yes. I think the Vikings and the Giants are in that same tier of football teams. And I think it comes down to something very simple. And it's going to be chalk, and it's going to be something you might not love. Who takes better care of the football? Who's more efficient on third down? And who has a better touchdown red zone efficiency? Can't settle for 3 in the red zone. You can't shoot yourself in the foot, and you got to keep the chains moving. If the Giants do that, they'll be 1-0. I've got the Giants going 2-0. Yeah, you've heard it right. The guy that's always negative about the Giants, the guy that hates the Giants, the guy that only does the bad stuff. I've got the Giants beating the Washington Commanders to start the season 2-0. I'll say this. You better start the season 2-0 because your schedule gets difficult. And you got a rookie quarterback in his second ever NFL game. You know what? Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence, Kayvon Thibodeau, you better show Jaden Daniels what NFC East football is all about. Take it to him, and let's go 2-0. Because it's going to be tough in Week 3. And I have the Giants losing that game to the Cleveland Browns. I think the Browns, from top to bottom, are one of the more talented rosters in the NFL. Not saying this game is unwinnable. The Giants can absolutely win that game. Deshaun Watson still needs to prove to me himself and the Cleveland Browns organization that he is once again a top QB in this league. I don't know if he is, but I got the Giants on paper for now losing that game. And unfortunately, after a 2-0 start, I've got them falling to 2-2. And after a loss and on a short week, and they're going to play the Dallas Cowboys on Thursday Night Football, I have them losing that game. It's going to be tough. I think the Cowboys are a really good team this year. I know they didn't make a lot of moves in the offseason, but as long as they got Dak, they got that defense, and they got the offensive line, I just think they're a little bit better and more in the important areas the New York Giants right now. From 2-0 to 2-3. I actually have them losing again to the Seattle Seahawks, at the Seahawks. Yes, you'll have a longer week after that Thursday night game. Then you got to go across the country and play the Seahawks. That's a winnable game, though. That game can go either way. 2 times in a row now, the Giants have lost to the Seahawks. They lost to Geno Smith with Daniel Jones, and they also lost to Geno Smith with Daniel Jones when Daniel Jones threw that 104-yard pick six to Devon Witherspoon. So from 2-0 to 2-3, then to 2-4. I also have them losing to the Cincinnati Bengals on Sunday Night Football. I think the Bengals, as long as Joe Burrow stays healthy, are going to contend in the AFC and potentially get to the Super Bowl. Joe Burrow, in my opinion, is the 3rd best quarterback in the NFL behind Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. Maybe if Jamar Chase doesn't play, that could change, but they could win that game. But for now, I have them losing. But I got them beating the Eagles. You heard it right. I've got the New York Giants beating the Philadelphia Eagles as Saquon Barkley, once a Giant, never a Giant, comes back to MetLife Field, and the crowd will be on their feet. If you're at this game and you are not booing your ass off every single time that Saquon Barkley touches the football, stop watching this stream. because you better be loud, you better be proud, because I know this team's going to be fired up. You think Dexter Lawrence is going to forget that Saquon Barkley left him? You think Bobby Okereke is going to forget? You think Kayvon Thibodeau forgot? No, they didn't. This will be an emotional game for everybody, and I got the New York Giants coming out on top. And then I have them winning again on Monday Night Football against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think the Steelers are one of the worst teams in the NFL. I know there's a lot of hype for them. They're really good. Their receivers stink. I don't think Russell Wilson's very good. Their offensive line isn't very good. They're weak at corner. It's a primetime game. Yes, it's at Pittsburgh, but I've got the Giants winning that football game. I unfortunately have them losing Week 9 to the Washington Commanders, having them split the season series, losing once and winning once. That's usually my rule for the NFC East. When the Giants play teams in my record prediction, I have them split in the division. Not always going to be true in today's video, but that's a winnable game, and I think they should win that game. But trying to be as unbiased as I can, I do have them losing to the Washington Commanders. Then I have them hitting the jet, going up in the air, landing in Germany, and beating Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers. I think the Panthers are going to be at the bottom of the league yet again. I actually believe in Bryce as a quarterback, but I think the Giants are a more well-run organization right now. We took their best player, highway robbery style. I think the Giants are going to beat the Panthers in Germany. Then you're on a bye in Week 11, and you got Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And that's a win for the New York Football Giants. So I got the Giants beating the Panthers in Week 10. Then after a bye week, getting some extra tape study on Baker Mayfield, I think they're going to win that game. I think the Bucs are going to be the 2023 New York Giants. What I mean by that is a team in the Bucs last year that made the playoffs, won a playoff game, and then doubled down on everything they had. They paid Baker Mayfield. They paid an aging Mike Evans. What did the Giants do after they won a playoff game? They paid Daniel Jones. They franchise tagged Saquon Barkley, and they fell off a cliff. I think they are going to be this year's version of the Giants. And I'm telling you guys, I wanted to put the Giants are going to win this game against the Dallas Cowboys so bad. There's nothing more that I would love to see the New York Giants travel down to Dallas on Thanksgiving at AT&T Stadium and see Jerry Jones crying in his booth because Daniel Jones just beat him on Thanksgiving. But unfortunately, I just can't have that. I just think the Cowboys are a better team than the Giants. And for that, I unfortunately have the Giants losing to the Cowboys 2 times this season. We're going to go through week 14, 15, 16, 17, week 18 coming up in a second. But if you want a Malik Neighbors jersey for week 1, you got to get it today. Malik Neighbors is officially wearing number 1. He talked to the family of Ray Flaherty. It is unretired. He's wearing number 1, the first Giant to wear number 1 in like 80 years. Get your jersey today. Go to this link, chatsports.com/neighbors. Chatsports.com/neighbors. Get your Malik Neighbors jersey today. I then have the Giants losing to the New Orleans Saints as they are going to be squaring up in Week 14. I think the Saints have a really good defense. And it's a winnable game, though, as well. Like, I don't love Derek Carr. I don't love what the Saints have on offense. But I am going to have the Giants falling to the Saints in that game in a close matchup. Then I have them losing to the Baltimore Ravens. I have Lamar Jackson and the Ravens getting their lick back for the Giants, giving them a loss 2 years ago at MetLife Stadium. I think the Ravens are one of the best teams in the NFL. Adding Derrick Henry to that backfield makes them a scary football team. Jackson, Henry, they've got good receivers. They're talented on defense. One of the most well-run organizations. I have the Giants losing that game and then losing again in Week 16. My dark horse team to win the NFC this year is the Atlanta Falcons. They are stacked at every single position. I think Kirk Cousins is going to elevate them. They have 2 of the best safeties. They've got an edge rusher now. I think Drake London is going to have a great year. I think Kyle Pitts finally emerges. I think Bijan Robinson at the end of the year is going to be looked at as the best back in the National Football League. I then have the Giants winning Week 17 against the Indianapolis Colts. That's going to be a tough game. Not going to be easy, but I have the Giants winning that game. I think the Colts are a good team. I think the Giants are going to steal that one. Then I have the Giants losing Week 18 at the Link against Philly. To have the Giants officially come out to a record of 7-10. That is my official record prediction for the New York Giants. I'm going to go with 7-10 on the year. And I honestly think, I'm not going to call 7-10 a successful year for the New York Giants, but shoot, man, we'll all take 2-0. We'll all take 4-5. Like, if the Giants are 7-10 and they're 2-0 to start the season, we're all going to be happy. Like, yes, I want the Giants to go 17-0. Yes, I want the Giants to win the NFC East. But it's my job to be as honest as I can, as non-biased as I can, and I have the Giants going 7-10 this year. And that's a half game higher than what Las Vegas has. The odds makers out west have set the win total for the New York Giants at 6.5. 6.5. Over, under. Let me know your thoughts. And make sure you are following me over on social media. I'm on Twitter at @MarshallGreen_. I'm on Instagram at @MarshallGreen_. If you're mad at me for saying 7-10, you know what? It's okay. I still love you. Hit me up and let's go Big Blue.